Today on 5 Great Moments, we're going to be talking about The Deadly Spawn. It's a micro-budget alien invasion movie from 1983. I'd very much say that when it came out, it would have been considered a throwback to old school alien invasion flicks, as well as a bit of an alien ripoff.
Do you have any favorite monsters?
Yeah, I guess so.
What are they?
The Mole People, Frankenstein. It, the Terror from Beyond Space.
In some regions, it was released as The Return of the Aliens. It's a particularly high-quality movie from its era, boasting excellent special effects, grounded characters, and some incredibly brutal set pieces. No wonder York loved it so much.
Deadly Spawn. Do you remember that one, Zach? Back in '83, directed by Douglas McCallum. Right, it was filmed pretty cheap, but still it was pretty good. The monster design with the mouth crammed full of teeth, I loved it.
It's a movie that's often discussed in cult film circles, and I was really happy to finally get the chance to watch it. But you might be wondering, what are my 5 favorite moments? I'm going to start the list off with what I think is probably the darkest and most disturbing moment in the movie. It's when our hero Charles, a kid who's obsessed with special effects and science fiction monsters and all that stuff, he comes face to face with the creature in the basement. It's already munched down on both of his parents and the repairman at this point. And he's freaked out when he finds the blood-drenched scene. Pretty understandable why. He's just a little kid and there's blood and guts everywhere. And then it confirms his worst fears when it pukes up his mother's head right in front of him. This would be bad enough, but the skin starts melting off of the skull and being devoured. It's pure nightmare logic. This scene's disgusting and terrifying. It's just gross. Just imagine your worst childhood fears about monsters in the basement are true and it's already eating your mom. There's a scene where Charles is in attendance at a vegetarian potluck, and these meat eaters invade. First, they ruin Bunny's favorite lentil soup when one of the deadly spawn crawls into her vegetable processor. Ick. Then the scene devolves into pandemonium when the slugs attack. Some grab hold of ankles, and Bunny even has one of the beasts trying to eat her face. The brutal attack on a group of unaware and defenseless old ladies, so of course they band together to escape to the front yard. I think after seeing that kid's mom get eaten, I didn't need any more heartbreaking deaths. I think my third favorite moment in the movie would have to be the scene where they dissect one of the deadly spawn. 3 characters in the scene all have different perspectives. There's Pete, the scientist who only deals in hard facts.
Look, I say we calmly go through the books we have and solve this thing.
And refuses to use his imagination. He despises all his little brother's interest in speculative fiction and finds the concept of alien invaders to be an insult. He finds himself at a loss when he has no rational explanation for the deadly spawn.
Why couldn't something come from outer space anyway? Because it's impossible, that's why. Scientifically impossible.
Ellen, who believes in using facts and creativity to solve problems.
Stop being so pompous. You're acting like a teacher. I can be just as scientific as you.
She's the most well-rounded of the characters. And their dim-witted friend Frankie, who doesn't even understand his friends when they're agreeing with him.
It's not full grown yet. What if your tadpole joke isn't too far from the truth? This could be the spawn of a freshwater eel. Maybe I was right.
Moment 4 comes after their friend Kathy has already joined the party. They decide to make a run for it. The creature gets a drop on them and they have to split up. Ellen is left trapped. Things seem hopeless, but we can see her planning a desperate escape. You see her eyes working, you know that she's trying to find a way out. Then, the creature tears down the door, bites her head off, and then hucks her lifeless body out a window for good measure. Pete seems to have a mental breakdown at this point and goes into shock. The most rational man in the group completely loses it after seeing his would-be girlfriend get devoured and defenestrated. The audience are left to mourn the smartest character in the movie being unjustly stolen from us. And moment 5 is a huge spoiler. So stop the video here and come back after you've watched the Deadly Spawn for yourself. It's probably on YouTube, okay? I'm gonna give you a second. Alright, it's just you and me now, we're safe. The final reveal of the film is so improbable, but it's also completely mind-blowing. While also being so fun, it leaves you hooked, wondering what might have happened next, as most great horror movies do. The mountain beside the house stands up, revealing a colossal version of the deadly spawn underneath it. In actuality, I think this makes little sense, as I doubt the spawn could grow so much in so little time, especially with it only has so much food to eat, right? Like where is it getting all this mass from? Unless of course it was just hibernating under the mountain, and the meteor at the start of the movie that fell woke it up or broke off a piece or released some of its offspring, basically. At the end of the day, it's too much fun to ruin by thinking so hard about it. Just a cool ending. Although, if it's the thing I said about the creature being awoken from the meteor and not contained in the meteor itself, then isn't that a little bit like the ending of Cloverfield, where the satellite falls behind them and then some people thought that actually justified the movie having no real plot dimension whatsoever, explanation for the monster? So, have you seen The Deadly Spawn? And if so, what's your explanation for the ending? What were your favorite and not so favorite moments about it? Why don't you let me know in the comment section? And while you're at it, maybe give this video a thumbs up, you know, if you feel like it. It goes a long way to help support my page. And remember to subscribe for more mediocre content on old movies most people don't care about.
The thing cannot be described. There is no language for such abysms of shrieking and immemorial lunacy, such eldritch contradictions of all matter, force, and cosmic order. A mountain walked or stumbled.